Oh, yeah, we are back and we are live. Oh, yeah, you know you gotta get the cues, y'all. That's how we do's, y'all. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And you're like, Mike, it's late for you in the Central Time Zone at 11:34 p.m. when normally you go live at 7 p.m. And you're right. Good call. Good catch. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We sure appreciate you guys. I see we have PTPOD. Well, that's me saying, hang in there, guys. We're almost there. Bob and Weaver, Hit the Mark, Swear Words, Fresh Mike, D. Langston, LJ. Thank you so much. Bob and Weaver. Chatter is now. Who else? And let's see here. Power Slap Time. D. Langston. Okay, thank you guys. Mark, thank you guys so much for being here and being patient. We love you and we appreciate you. All right. Now, without any further ado, the reason that we changed up just a little bit, coming on a little bit later. The great thing is it exists on the internet, baby. Oh, yeah. Do you know what that means? What does that mean?
But you don't have to take my word for it.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can go to the PT Pod on Rumble or YouTube, yes, or even Instagram, and you can see this episode at your own convenience. We live in the future. It's your world. You decide. But we're recording it live right now. Feel free to drop in the chat and say what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, this man is a performer, a producer, a promoter. He kind of has done it all. And now he's about to start doing some new stuff. He's also what I like to call a crypto hawk, because he will like tell you, hey, I'm not a crypto expert, but I hawk it. You know what I mean? And he's got some great information. I can't wait to ask him some questions like, how do I start a wallet? All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man, the myth, the legend. Been to Marcy, to Hollywood, and back again. Coming to you live from Honolulu, Hawaii. It's T-Qron. What up, dog? Woo!
Yo, what up, Mike? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. Thanks for having me on. My apologies for hopping on a little late to all your fans and followers of the show. It's my bad. This whole 5-6 hour difference here in Hawaii is a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
But
no worries, not at all, man. This is my show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Right.
everybody watching live. So,
Right.
you know, we don't mind. We love everybody, man, and we thank everybody that that drops in at any time. And then a lot of time, honestly, man, I get a lot more replays than I do live views. So, you know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Gotcha.
And that's what it is, and it's all good. So, talk to me, man. How have you been? What are you up to? What's good with you?
Man, a lot has changed actually for me. I've been kind of out of the music thing, the rapping thing for a minute now, right? A lot of people remember that I dropped a mixtape with Crooked Eye of Slaughterhouse. He hosted the project. It was called Paradise Ugly. That was the second mixtape that I had put out in the Chronicles series.
We got
It
that
got a
logo
lot
up.
of good buzz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got that? Okay, cool.
Got that up
Yeah,
right
they
now.
got the.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So basically, after that, I got a nice little buzz online. I got hit up by a lot of different cats in the industry to continue to keep doing this. You know, I have some other features that I still haven't released that were supposed to be on the third mixtape, which never happened. Um, anyways, I then ended up going on a tour with the Alcoholics in 2017. Shortly after dropping that mixtape, one thing led to another. I did a song with Tash of the Alcoholics. It's called Bathroom Stalls, and that was the first single that I had put on iTunes, Apple, and all that good stuff. Had a little distribution, digital distribution thing going on through a record label in Vegas. Went on tour for about a month all over the West Coast with the Alcoholics. We did like 27, 28 nights together. And it was incredible, right? And the trajectory was up, you know. Sky was the limit, right?
Sure.
Then some family shit went down.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying, that I don't really want to get into the specifics of. Let's just be honest, man. Like life be lifing sometimes is what the kids say.
Absolutely. No,
these days,
hey,
right?
life do be lifing. Yes,
Right.
absolutely, man. Yeah.
So anyways, due to some shit like that, man, that kind of put me in a really dark place, really dark time. And then shortly after that, COVID hit, right? Where you and I both know everybody's locked the fuck down. You can't. Oh, am I okay with the
Yeah, say what you
language?
want, man. Oh, it's
Oh,
late
okay.
night. You know what I mean? It's PT Pod late night.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
know.
yeah. My bad. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey,
don't want
man.
to disrespect, and
Listen, this is my
break
favorite
no
drop.
You
rules.
better kill me. I'ma be another rapper dead for popping off at the mouth with shit I shouldn't have said.
You know what I'm saying? So we're good.
Yep.
Do what you
Eminem, Marshall Mathers, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
No, so basically, long story short, after the COVID thing, man, it just wasn't the same no more. Like for someone like me, like I was always like I came onto the scene as an underground rapper, right?
Mhm.
But where I saw the most success financially, you know what I'm saying? And it got me a lot of notoriety, some would say infamy out here in Hawaii. I'm out here for a limited time with the fam and stuff like that, handling some business. But where I got the most notoriety was from the promotional side of things, right? Promoting club events, promoting hip hop concerts, hosting a freestyle competition once every month. It was
I
at the
remember those.
Flow, the O
Yeah.
Lounge at the Flow. Hanson did that with Level H and Jay Blaze at
Yeah.
the time.
Because if
It
you
was one of
remember,
Mhm.
I don't know if you know, and I still do it because I'm a one trick dog. But how I open a lot of my shows is I do a thing called 5-word freestyle where I get words from the audience and then I just freestyle a rap song and do those words they gave me, like try to
Okay,
tell a silly, stupid story with them, right?
okay,
So,
I like
and
that.
I play,
Yeah,
definitely more black rooms than white rooms, of course. And
okay.
yeah, man, it's crazy how people don't think I can do it. You know what I mean?
No,
So
I
I'm
feel
like,
you.
what should I do? So anyway, it's a
That's
lot of
awesome.
fun. But yeah, man, I remember your freestyle battles because I wanted to go. That's where you sharpen your swords. You know what I mean? So
Right, right, right. So I was primarily hosting all of that. I wasn't actually involved in the freestyling and the competition because, like I
yeah.
said,
Well, no,
I
I remember you
found
promoting
more.
them. Yeah.
Right, right, right. And so that's where the money was at for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then what happened was I took my own money. I had some sponsors and some investors, and we started doing these big shows. You know what I'm saying? One of the first big concerts was with my dude from Forefather Entertainment, Tim.
Mhm.
And me and him had booked a show at the O Lounge E40. E40 was
Yeah.
the first one. And then after
Easy.
that,
Marks be busters. Sorry.
tell me where to go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's the dude's incredible. Like he was such a, humble, uh, yet artist that somebody like he's up there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Like he's up there.
yeah, no, he did so much for other rap, like he created
Yes,
like a scene and
Bay Area
production and all
legend.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, he's made it to MTV. He's got hits all over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Everybody
E40,
knows E40. Yeah, he's the
and
party rapper.
he kept the prices fair at that time. You know what I'm saying? God only knows what he's charging now for a show, but we were blessed. So that was the first one that what happened was that ended up leading to other shows. Now, today, shit, I got this long ass resume that I can't even remember half of the stuff that we did. But then I'm talking about like shows with Too Short. That's the one that really
Yeah.
put me on the map. I don't know if you remember or if you were there or heard about it, but during the Pro Bowl, week, all these people would be flocking to the
Yeah.
island and they were
Yeah.
bored all week long. So
There you go. Yeah, man.
we I think it was in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Chino XL, rest in peace. Chino XL passed away a year ago. Um, he helped put that together. I did a song with him, and he says, "Bro, I got to get out to Hawaii." And I said, "Who you bringing with you? Let's do a
Mhm.
show." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He goes, you want to make a scene, huh? I said, "Hell yeah." He goes, "I just did a song with Too Short, and let me know if the price is right." I said, "Okay." And I said, "Hell yeah, let's do it." You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
how that got put together. It was at Fashion 45 that no longer exists. Fashion 45 was right next to Zanzibar nightclub. In the heyday of Waikiki. Uh, we had about 1,500 people there, give or take. And even the late great Fiji, who just passed away recently, rest in
Yeah.
peace,
I
he
actually
showed
shared
up.
that. Broke my heart, man. What a wonderful human. I was able to
Yeah.
like a wonderful human being. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he showed up. How that happened was as soon as Chino came off the plane, Hawaiian Airlines, at the baggage claim, I'm waiting for bags with him, and he goes, "Hey, bro, can I get like 6 or 7 VIP passes?" I said, "Who's for?" He goes, Fiji and his boys. He said, "You know Fiji, right?" I said, "I don't know him personally, but of course, he's like the biggest, you know what I'm saying, Hawaiian artist out here. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a king out here."
Fiji, yeah.
It's Fiji, right? So he says, "Yeah, they're actually going to be my security for the night." I said, "Get
Oh,
the fuck out of here! You need security." I mean, Chino XL. I don't know if you're familiar with him or
yeah.
you remember him, but brother's built like a WWE superstar. He was a Puerto Rican superhero.
Yeah, he was a big man.
That
Yeah, he
man
was
was
a big man.
a very imposing, intimidating figure. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed and fortunate enough to have called him big bro and friend. He called me.
Oh,
He
wow.
used to call me Yellow Bus. You see, what's up, Yellow Bus? I said, Yellow Bus. Okay, okay, I got you. Teach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get you. I
hey,
see you.
I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
but I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? Because they want to be performing, not watching their back, right? So, absolutely,
absolutely.
yeah.
So he goes and tells me that you have no idea, bro. To this day, because of the line that I dropped with that song on with Razkaz on this first album, where he dropped the line about Tupac,
Right.
messed up his whole.
Oh, wow.
It just yeah.
Still, wow.
It's a touchy thing. So you never know.
Right.
He said people are crazy out there. You just never know, man. And I said, "All by all means, bro. Here's 7 VIP tickets. You know what I'm saying? I got you." So, anyways, long story short, he helped put that Too Short concert together. That was a very successful event. That
Mhm.
snowballed into so many other shows. We've done shows with the Alcoholics in Hawaii. Shit, I'm talking about DJ Premier. I bought DJ Premier just before, in 2013, of course. Just before I took off to Vegas the year after, we booked DJ Premier in Waikiki. That was the first time DJ Premier had ever did a show on the island with my peoples at the time, Cap Productions. And that was successful. I mean, I've been part of shows with Hot Lava Entertainment, ranging from the Little Wayne after party to a Wiz Khalifa concert to 3 6 Mafia. I mean, we've run the gamut. We've booked DJ Drama. Um, oh God, man, the entire resume is on Facebook, right?
Right.
I've done so much I can't even remember half of it, to be honest with you, especially because I used to drink a lot.
Fair enough.
Which, by the way, I'm sober for over 10 years. In about 2 weeks, on the 13th of September, I'll make 11 years sober. No alcohol.
Which is very cool. I'm 7 years, man. So,
That's awesome. You told me that, yo.
so respect, yeah. And it's man, that was cool because actually, believe it or not, one of the pictures I pulled for the flyer was
Mhm.
from a post because you just click pictures and you try to find like the
Okay.
coolest or the ones that you feel like are kind of like gonna work for what you're trying to do
Right.
and represent your guest in the best
Hmm.
possible way, right?
Hmm.
So that's what I was trying to do, and like in the post with one of the pictures, it was a while back, and it was
Okay.
like which by the way, you don't age at all. So man, I'm mad.
Ah!
You brown folks, us
Right.
white folk, we age like milk. You know what I mean? So,
That's
but
funny.
anyway, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, what are you gonna
Right.
do? But if you were talking about, I mean, I want to say it was like 2016, maybe, and it was just
Hmm.
talking about I'm having a hard time. I'd like a drink. You know what I mean? It was like anybody want to talk about it, or anybody have any advice, let me know, kind of thing. And I thought that was awesome because in a way that's a beautiful thing. I was like, man, I hope he sees that and he gets inspired by that. And he sees that, man, I've been through it. You know what I mean? I've won these battles. I was talking to Marcus Deegan, shout out Marcus, the other day about this same thing. And he's been sober for a while. And he
Hmm.
was, and I was telling him, man, it's like my championship belt. You know what I mean? It's like when I don't drink and I continue not to drink, when I know that would be easier for me, the easier way out. I feel good. I feel like I've won something no one can take from me, that I had to earn myself. There's not too many things
Absolutely.
like that in life, man, so yeah, brother.
You know, when you quit, it's the hardest thing in the world. And you know what what they say, right? One day at a time. One day at a time. Like it's
Yeah.
literally like you just never know At any given time, man, you could give in, you could succumb to the temptation and just grab a bottle. I mean, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's readily available.
Yeah.
But you know, the blessings, the grace of God, I'm off of that. I'm a much better person because of it. A lot of y'all may not even recognize me. If you look at the mixtape cover and you look at me now, you're like, what the heck? That's not even the same dude. That's AI or something, right? Yeah. I lost a lot of body. I lost a lot of fat, you know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of weight, you know what I'm saying? Like I was a big boy from
Yeah.
Hawaii. We don't watch what we eat out in Hawaii. You feel me? It's
Chicken
rice in
and
every meal.
boy, it's
You feel me?
squid and pipikawa.
Right.
Jambalaya.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Chicken and pork. Man, I miss it. Like,
I like the fish and poi. I'm a big boy,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
man. And I
Yeah.
mean, come on. Oh gosh, what am I gonna say? Locomoco, of course, Locomoco, delicious,
Locos, yeah.
amazing. I can
And
live on that all
everything
day.
has rice in it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Yeah,
but
yeah,
carbs,
yeah,
the
yeah.
bad carbs.
Yep,
Everything has carbs in it, damn near right, but it's the bad carbs, the
right.
complex carbs. You don't want that. I know better now. Everything has salt. Everything has sugar. All that shit that makes you a big boy. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't care. But you know what? My pops had a heart attack about 5 years ago now. Um, and that kind of changed my way of thinking. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then
So,
I got back into wrestling and I wanted to look like one of them wrestling dudes. Not gonna wrestle, but hey, I wanted to look like one of the dudes, you know what I'm saying? One of the
heck yeah.
superstars. So I worked towards it, man. 2 years, 2+ years. But I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, that's awesome. It's just me, Oos. But anyway,
Just me,
Oos.
Oos. Day one is just Jay Uso. Shout
But
out to Jay Uso,
shout out to the Uso, the whole family, man.
All the whole family, yeah.
And I want to get into that, but I want to backtrack right before we do that because I think it's very important.
Yeah.
So I know, and people, may not know, you work out like almost every day, if not every day. Yeah. Like at least 5-6 days a week, you're in the gym or doing a physical
Absolutely.
activity. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
you did that. And it sounds like you also changed your diet too. Did you change? So what, like, was it a medical thing? Like, how did you change? What diet did you kind of adapt or help us, right? Like, tell us, right? So, what
Right.
was, yeah.
Okay, so like basically I had to limit the carbs. So I cut out the rice, I cut out the tortillas, you
But not
cut out the
sticky rice.
bread.
Sticky rice doesn't count.
All rice, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're trying to bulk up, which now I'm in that phase where I want to bulk up, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure.
Because I went from, believe it or not, people, I went from the heaviest I've ever been during COVID lockdown, working from home and all that good stuff. I wasn't doing no promotion, no rapping and stuff like that. I was doing a little square gig for a little while, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a couple of side hustles, right? That was one of my main hustles. And then you do the crypto and the stock stuff on the side. Got into that around the same time. Long story short, I fluffed up to about 270 plus.
Woo.
270 plus. And today I stand in front of you by the grace of God at only 144 pounds.
Wow.
And
Wow.
just 2.25 years ago, just under 2.5 years ago, I was 270. You know what I'm saying? I was disgusted with myself. I looked at myself. I had a, you know what I'm saying, at the time, my lady at the time was like, I love you regardless of what, you know what I'm saying? God bless her. We're not together no more. That ended after 6 years. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, man, I had to switch it up. So basically I cut out the rice to your to answer your question, I cut out the rice, the tortillas, the bread. Um, Shit, I cut out a lot of sugar. You know what I'm saying? Not that I felt like I ate a lot of sweet stuff, but anything that was remotely sweet, get rid of it. Too much salt, get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? To the average person, that sounds like, so basically what you're saying is eat cardboard. No, no. I'll give you an example of what my daily meal is. So for breakfast, I'll have Greek yogurt, no more than 100 calories, at least 15 grams of protein. My recommendation, I love Oikos. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it at any grocery store. 90 calories, 15 grams of protein. Got to have a lot of protein to lose weight and then build that muscle. Um, so I'll have that. I'll have a banana and I'll end it with a protein shake, 150 calorie protein shake with 30 grams of protein in it. You know what I'm saying? Then for lunch, I'm having a high protein chicken salad. You know what I'm saying? And with very little dressing, get the fat free option, get the light option. The less calories, the better. You know what I'm saying? Stack it with some veggies, put your beets in, whatever, your cheese, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I just so I have a nice high protein salad for lunch. Around 3 o'clock, I'll go for another protein shake. Okay. Another 30 grams of protein, 150 calories, 160 calories at the most. And then at night, I will have a bunch of vegetables, no carbs. 5 days a week, I do not no carbs, but no rice, no complex carb, right? No rice, none of that bad stuff. The pasta's horrible for you too. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So I'll have a bunch of chicken, salmon, turkey burgers. You know what I'm saying? But mostly chicken, man. I've eaten more chicken in over 2 years of my life than I did in like the first 39 years of it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy,
Yeah.
but I love it. Like I prefer it over red meat now because the first thing my pops told me when he had that heart attack was the doctor told him cut that red meat out and tell your kids to cut that out too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm legit scared of that. Like, yeah, man, I'm legit scared. You know, they're talking about my cholesterol. I'm
Yes.
actually literally in the process now of getting retested to make sure everything is what they think it is.
Okay.
But they're gonna tell me I'm gonna have to come back on my steaks and my burgers, dog. And it's like, just take my heart, just take my soul, man. Come on, you know
You
what I
know how
mean?
hard it is
I'm
to
like, hey,
give that
doc,
up?
you know what I mean?
You
So,
know how hard it is to give up stuff like that, man. We
oh,
love that stuff, right?
I'm like, man, I don't do drugs, I don't drink. Can I have a steak, bro? You gonna take steak away from me now? Sorry.
I
Anyway,
might have beef in the form of like Zippy's chili lately. You know what I'm saying?
ooh, Zippy's chili.
Maybe once or twice a month. You know what I'm saying? If that. But I
I
don't do
miss Zippy's
burgers, just
chili,
straight up
man.
steaks or anything like that. Yeah, I've sacrificed a lot, man. But you know what? Once you find what works for you, you keep replicating that. So again, I'll have a bunch of veggies. I'll throw in a little bit of salad, maybe a little bit of kimchi when I'm in the islands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of chicken, man. A lot of turkey burgers, a lot of salmon. Salmon is wonderful. Poke. You know what I'm saying? But don't get
Oh,
that poke that's got all the mayo and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that just adds to it, and it's
see,
all
like I
all
love
bad.
sushi, man. I'm a sushi, but you know,
Right.
you would
Yeah.
think sushi's good for you until you realize, no, man, it's rice and mayonnaise and a little tiny bit of fish, like not even
Right. Like
good.
a
Yeah,
sliver of it, right? With a cucumber in the middle. That's
exactly.
crazy. That's crazy, right?
I try
So
to
what
do
I
good
do,
shrimp, but yeah,
I just destroy the sushi. I just basically
yeah.
take off the rice and I'll eat the little middle parts. That's only if I go to like a party that has sushi or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, poke, I love it. I have poke like 2 or 3 times a week actually.
Oh yeah.
Fish is one of the best proteins, the leanest, the healthiest. Yeah, and that's my dinner. You know what I'm saying? On the weekends, I'll add some brown rice. So I didn't completely like I for the most part I gave it up. But when I do go to rice, it's gonna be brown rice because
Sure.
brown
Okay.
rice has fiber and it has a lot of nutrients and good qualities versus the sticky rice. You feel me? And of
Yeah.
course, everybody's like in Hawaii, even in Vegas, like a lot of people didn't like eating brown rice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was out in Vegas for like 11 years, and everybody's eating them tortillas and shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I can't do that. But you can get alternative, like low carb, not alternative, but there's like an egg white wrap now. I've
Yeah.
seen that at the Sam's Club. I'm like egg white wraps. You know what I'm saying? They're 50 calories. They're wraps made out of egg white. I'm like, what the fuck? I got to try that out. And then
Yeah.
you have low carb options and stuff like that. Go for the lowest carbs, lowest calorie. Yeah, it might not taste the best, but it's gonna do it's gonna do what your body needs it to do for you. You can either live to eat or you can eat to live.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
I
man. When
learned that.
I lived for a while with no bread in my life, right? And no,
Mm,
like I would have a tortilla cheat from here. You know what I mean? Maybe a
right,
couple times a month, I'd have a
right,
flour tortilla, and I try to even keep it corn tortilla, which is way better in that groove, right? If you're gonna have a tortilla, have a corn tortilla. It's way less,
right.
like half the carbs, you know. But yeah, man, it's I felt so much better. You don't realize how much bread fills you up and bloats you until you don't eat it for a while. You also don't
So you know
realize.
what I do to a Subway sandwich? I
Yeah.
eat everything in the middle. Down goes the bread into the trash. The bread alone is over 450 calories,
I
bro,
know
on a
that's
foot
well,
long.
yeah, that's how they fill it up.
Right,
That's why they charge more for a wrap because they have to put more stuff in the wrap because the
right.
bread takes up so much space, right?
Mhm.
Jimmy John's has lettuce wraps. Like you can go to Jimmy John's and get the lettuce wrap one, and I'm like, that's perfect. So, but I
Mhm.
did have the I had the wrap. I forgot what wrap I had. I actually had Jimmy John's tonight. I forgot what wrap I had, but it was like
Okay.
it's a low cal. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
But yeah,
also,
that's
man,
a typical deal. That's a typical day for me,
yeah,
as far as meal goes. Doesn't sound too bad, right? I'm not eating cardboard. You feel
no,
me?
not at
If
all.
you get a little extra hungry, throw in some, some dessert as, fruit for dessert. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there
Switch
you
out
go.
your ice cream for frozen yogurt. You know, the lowest calorie option, frozen yogurt. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have a pie, a slice of cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, get you a banana. I mean, don't eat. I personally don't want to eat a banana before bed because it kind of gives you energy. You know what I'm saying? It
Sure,
kind of boosts
sure.
your energy, and
Yeah.
it's like 30 plus carbs, 30 plus grams of carbs in a banana.
Dang.
I was shocked to find that out. But again, everything has carbs. It's just the really bad ones from the decent ones. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm a nut
anyways,
guy, like peanuts, walnuts, almonds.
oh yes,
Now,
I
you know, that's
absolutely.
like my thing for snacks. But you got to
Yep.
be careful there too, because they're so high. I didn't
Yes.
realize, like for the protein versus calorie exchange, they're very high calorie versus but they do have some good fats in them too. So,
So
but
my
you know,
my
yeah,
guilty pleasure now to myself, I call it a guilty pleasure, is like honey roasted peanuts or honey roasted pistachios. I don't know if
nice.
you had those, right? Those are
Oh
incredible.
yeah, man.
Uh,
Man, come on. And
and you're
cashews,
right.
man. Cashews, like you're like, I know this isn't good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And you're right. 160 calories per serving, which is an ounce to 7 grams of protein. That's a horrible ratio, right? But
Exactly.
that's my thing now. I love honey roasted peanuts. I love pistachios. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Well,
Um,
also, it's how your body moves and works. Like you don't. It's okay. So this is what happens: is like your body gets used to running on the bad fuel. You know what I mean? And
right.
shout out to my boy Isabello in the chat saying 10 grams of protein per 100 calories is the ideal. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
baby.
basically a gram of protein per pound of body weight. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
I don't know. Drop it in the chat. Let us know. Isabel. He's on his weight loss journey actually. And I think
Awesome.
he had about 100 to lose. I think he wanted to lose. And I think he's down
Awesome.
about 50 or 60, something like that. So thank you so much, my brother, for jumping in. So this is a very good friend of mine, man.
Awesome.
Homie,
Awesome.
he's actually a Hawaii boy, but he's in LA now. You know how it is,
Okay.
hustling on that grind. A little
Yeah,
younger
yeah.
than us,
West
you know what I
Coast.
mean? He's my
Right.
retirement plan. That's why I keep him my friend. You know, when he makes $1 million, he's gonna need an old man to talk shit to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The crazy part is $1 million ain't even $1 million no more, man.
Oh no, you know what I
You know what
mean?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of taxes and inflation. Come on, bro. $1
Yeah,
million. What do you see out of it? Like 600K? You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
man, it sounds crazy. And look, I'm a I'm a poor man, don't get me wrong, but $1
Right.
million is not that always, brother. We're boys regardless. Always, my brother.
Oh yeah.
No, he was just saying, we're boys, I'm not that big. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
okay.
man. Well, then drop the numbers, dude. Isabella, let us know how much you want to lose and how much you've lost so far. But regardless, $1 million is not that much money, right? If you
Right.
take
Right.
taxes out, you get gifted $1 million. They're going to hit you at a 20% tax rate, right?
Not that I have $1 million or have
No,
ever
no,
seen $1
no.
million.
I've known some people.
We all make like $1 million over the course of your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? If you actually count all the money that you know what I'm saying, come across as far as jobs and hustles, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
make $1 million, but do they have $1 million in the bank or in assets or whatever? Like
Well,
no.
yeah, and once you get your house and you get a little
Mhm.
land and you buy some life insurance to leave to the people that you want to be okay when you're gone, once that happens, you're like, man, I got to get a job to maintain these things. People forget,
Absolutely.
like, me and my wife were talking about buying a castle in Scott for fun because it's relatively cheap, like $4 or $5 million. You can buy like a beautiful castle. I'm like, the reason those castles are cheap is because of the upkeep. You know how much it has to cost to
Yeah,
run a castle on a daily, dude. Like, yeah, man. So,
So I could. Hey, imagine living in a castle. That's crazy. That's crazy work right there. Yeah.
my man says he's down 17 and a half since February. He hired a personal trainer and he's going in the right direction. Absolutely. We love
Awesome. Congratulations, brother. I'm proud of you. Keep on that journey. Even when you feel like you're not seeing the results you want, just know that doing something is better than doing nothing.
always.
It's always better to stay moving,
Yeah.
stay doing something. I do a lot of cardio 7 days a week, 5 days a week. I'm doing weights. You know what I'm saying? I work out about 2 hours every single day. And so workout, eat right. You know what I'm saying? A big part of it is diet. You could work out all week long, 2 3 hours a day, you know what I'm saying, and burn a bunch of calories. But if you're taking in way too many calories, that's where everybody goes wrong. So
Yeah.
it's calories in, calories out. It
Yeah.
literally boils down to just that: calories in, calories out. So in other words, if you have a 2,000 calorie diet, um the next day try to eat only 1,500. You got to track all your stuff, right? Obviously there's ways to track your
Right.
calories and intake. Try to get 1,500 and then burn off 500. That's a lot, right? I get it. I'm just giving you easy numbers to the people, easy numbers to work with, right? So if you are now taking 500 calories less consumption wise and you're burning off another 500 calories, that's 1,000 for the day, whereas you normally take in two and don't work out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you call a calorie deficit. Once you put yourself in a calorie deficit and you repeat this every day of the week or every other day, whenever you work out or whatever, I chose to do it every single day. Cardio every single day. I don't care what happens. I wake up and I walk. I wake up and I jog. I wake up and I run. I got to do something. Or
Yeah.
I have, on the bike, whatever. Do something. I got to move, right? But so if you do the math, 3,500 calories in is a pound on you. 3,500 calories out, you lose a pound. So imagine 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 versus 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, right? Eventually,
Yeah.
by the end of the week, if you do it right, eat right, exercise right, burn the right amount of calories, 1 to 2 pounds a week. You know what I'm saying? One
Uh-huh.
to 2 pounds a week. Um, if you're doing more than that, amazing, but be careful. You know what I'm saying? You're probably starving yourself. You don't
Right.
want to do that. You don't want to starve yourself. And I know a lot of people are about fasting and stuff like that, which is great. Do what works for you. I have never chose to fast because I swear to God, bro, I don't think I'm gonna make it more than like 12 hours without a meal or some shit like that. I don't know how y'all doing 24 hours, 36 hours, and 48-hour fast and stuff like that. That's just not for me.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's what you got to do to essentially keep losing that weight or start losing weight and keep losing weight. You know what I'm saying? But eventually you'll get to this point where you're kind of plateaued as far as the weight loss goes. Because I've been in a range of like between 140, that's the lowest I've ever been, to 146, 147. You know what I'm saying? So about a 6 7 pound range, and I've been in that for like 2 or 3 months now. So this is pretty much my plateau. If I start eating less than this and I just keep working out at the frequency I work out at, yeah, I'll go down to the 130s and stuff like that. But a lot of people are like, bro, you're wearing a size small now. You was a double XL. I don't think you need to get any smaller, bro. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
fact, some of my female friends is like, T-Qron, put some fucking weight back on. Go eat a burger with us or some shit like that. Yo, they be making me want to eat and stuff. I mean, not making me want to, but like they want to force me to eat type shit. Like, and I'm like, nah. After being a big boy and not particularly caring about his image that much, the way that I did, I love the way that I look now. There's a saying, right? Nothing tastes better than being slim feels.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and people don't understand that aren't slim. They don't get like, man, for if you know what you're doing, you can go to the store and for cheaper than you're eating a McDonald's life. You know what I mean? Or you can order from Chef Isabello if you're in the Los Angeles area. Uh he says we gotta look fuckable. All right, bro. And he said,
Yeah, we do. We got
it-
to look fuckable, baby. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Don't nobody, I mean, like, no disrespect to anyone that's overweight. Like, I was overweight for 38 years of my life, right? In the music business, which didn't make it any easier because I drank like a fucking, oh my God, bro. At the height of my career in drinking, I was down in like 2 bottles a night type stuff. And we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
liquor. That's crazy, bro. I had
And
to, I had to stop.
people understand, and it's not bragging, but on the road, that stuff just comes to you. If you're one
Yeah.
of the boys, if you're one of the dudes rolling into town and that special group of guys,
Yep.
people are paying money to see you. They
Yep.
also happily hand you liquor and other stuff, but definitely
Absolutely.
liquor. We won't get into all of it, but
Absolutely.
definitely liquor.
That adds to your body fat. You
Yeah.
get
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You get bigger. That and if you work out and you drink constantly, you're like washing out the gains, bro. Like
Yeah.
you really are. I mean, there's some exceptions to the rule. Everybody's different. Everybody's genetics are different. You know what I'm saying? But for the average person, if you're drinking excessively and you're working out and eating decent, I mean, I don't know how you can eat decent when you're drinking all the time and stuff like that. But the thing is, alcohol adds to your body weight, your fat. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
get lazy, you get those hangovers, and you don't even kick out of them for days when you get older. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I had to quit, man. God is good. I'm about
Mm.
to be 11 years no alcohol. I will do a non-alcoholic beer every so often if I'm with some friends and stuff at a bar because it's nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, nah,
You're like, I'm good. I'm good on that.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's
I'm good.
I dig I have a lot of friends who drink non-alcoholic beer. For me, I go
Yeah.
with the seltzer waters, you know what I mean? The bubblies type of
Hmm.
thing. I don't know
Hmm.
why that just works for me. I feel like my problem is if I drink beer, by the way, side note, Chef Isabella wants everybody to know he takes out of state shipping options, only the finest meats, high quality. He has
Hey,
seafood options, no red meat options, all red meat options. Give him a call. He'll package it up. He'll send it over to you. That's
that's awesome, bro.
chefisabella.com. Tell him
Okay.
Hawaii Mike sent you for a discount. What discount? You don't know. You have to order to find out. And he
That's
hasn't
what's
smoked
up.
weed in
That's what's
5
up.
years voluntarily. That I'm working. That's going to be my next thing. To be honest with everybody, man, I like to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
smoking weed. I smoke weed. I actually have a prescription legitimately, and it actually, helps with, I feel like it helps, with my seizure condition.
Gotcha.
But I think I'm going to switch to like, maybe just a consistent edible as a, more of a daily med versus, pharmaceuticals, which it
Hmm.
does work, and I've talked to my doctor. He's like, no, it can absolutely help if you need a low dose, if you don't have a big problem, and I'll go years without seizures. It just, it's one of those just lucky, just lucky kind of things. Yeah.
Right.
But
Right. No, there's a lot of good stuff out there as far as research that's been done over the course of decades. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Showing that that stuff is it's medicinal more than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So.
I mean, it's really like anything else. You can abuse.
Hmm.
You can abuse food, and we see that. We see the result of that all over the place. Now, a lot of that we can get into is not necessarily people's fault. It's just what's been made accessible to
It's
them.
marketing.
You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean? It's like,
marketing.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I miss. You know what I miss a lot, dude? Is spam musubi. You don't understand. Like when I first got there, I did a lot of Howleys do not understand spam musubi, bro. And it's like
And
until
it's
you
so simple
understand the
too,
deep,
right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, I get it. I get like
Right.
you have to understand it to understand it. You know what I
It's a
mean?
bed of rice
Yeah,
with a piece of spam or hot dog or your
spam
teriyaki
into it.
chicken
Yeah,
or whatever you want to put on there, and you wrap it with the same thing that they wrap sushi with, nori. And yeah, that's the musubi. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, absolutely. So good. And like, but people don't understand that. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I gave up spam and all that shit, man. I would love to have some Portuguese sausage right now, but you know what? That discipline. Mm-mm.
that's fair.
I will have a cheat meal. So like to the Saturday would be a cheat meal. Like last Saturday we had Popeyes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
that's a
Ooh,
hell of a cheat meal. You
that
know what
is
I'm
a
saying?
cheap
God
meal
damn.
and a half. So
But
yeah.
even then, I'm eating chicken breast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. So it is what it is. This week I'm gonna have some shit. I'm gonna just go for a plate lunch, or maybe I'll just do Korean. You know what I'm saying? I had some curry house not too long ago. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll do shit like that on a cheat day. Because you got to feed that craving at least once or twice a week. Don't deprive yourself entirely because that's how you start falling off your diet.
Right.
Because eventually, as a human being, you're gonna say, "Fuck this shit, bro. This sucks." Like I'm eating the same like stuff every single day, and I'm not, enjoying. I'm not enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and cheat. You know what I'm saying? But get right back on track on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? No excuses.
Well,
Keep it going. You know
and
what I
like
mean?
we were saying, your body gets to that point where it doesn't want that. You'll start feeling like crap, man. You eat healthy for a while. And I get it, man, because it happens. I did that with Taco Bell recently. I was like, oh, I miss Taco Bell. I ain't had Taco Bell in so long. And went to Taco Bell and I was like, first of all, this just doesn't taste that good. And secondly, like I don't feel good either. Like I just
And
kind
I'll
of want
tell
it.
you why.
I want it
It's
to
got that
go out of my
sodium.
body. Yeah,
Yup.
man.
Hella
Yeah.
sodium. Easily, you'll take in about 800 milligrams to like over 1,000, depending on the combo meal that you get from Taco Bell.
Yep.
Easily, of sodium, milligrams of sodium. That's crazy. 1,000 plus. That's insane. So I had to give that shit up, but it will be a cheat meal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I live on the weekend.
But I'm with you, man. And that's important. If you've earned it, you've earned it, man. My boy, my boy is saying that there's a 2-piece hack
Yep.
for Popeyes. Do a survey,
Oh
engage
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
employers, get out of the cuck chair and participate. You're
That's funny.
motivating. Let's
Hey,
go. You know what
hey,
I'm
hey.
saying? Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm here to do. So this rebranding, rebirth, so to speak, and it starts here. Thank you so much for that, Michael. I appreciate you. It's a dive into some new territory, some new waters. Yes, I rap. Yes, I promoted concerts, but that's not what I'm doing at the moment. Yes, I'll get back into that. Yes, I'll drop more music, and it's coming. It's coming sooner than you expect, right? And it's going to feature some really heavy hitters. I always come with some industry cats, some good friends of mine, and you never know who's going to show up on a T-Qron record. But right now, I want to dive more into the podcast, the live stream space. I got a lot to say. I got a
Yeah.
lot to talk about. And aside from rapping and promoting the health, like you guys have, like we've been talking about for the last 20 minutes, I love that. That's a passion of mine now. That's the number one priority. Got to
Mhm.
look good and feel good, baby. I'm reverse Asian. Fuck being 42 next month or this month, actually. Yeah, no, September's right around the corner. My birthday, September 15th. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Virgos out there, Virgo Nation. Um,
I'm 27. I can't relate. I mean,
hey, we've all been 27 twice or three,
you know, for the
three
fourth
times in our
time.
lives.
Whatever. Hey, look
It
here.
is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the 40 and 50-year-olds now look a lot younger than they did back when I was growing
Yeah,
up. You
have
know
you
what I'm
seen that
saying?
going around? It was like, they had like uh okay, so one of my favorite old shows to watch, like classic shows, is called Welcome Back Cotter. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It
I've
was
heard
like a
of it.
good
I haven't
memory.
seen it though. Mm.
It was John Travolta's first TV show.
Oh,
And he was
okay.
like a
Okay.
teenager, and they were called the Sweat Hogs, and they were like
Nice.
the
Okay.
bad kids. And this dude, in fact, I'm gonna pull this up for you just real fast since we're talking about it. But yeah, man, while I'm talking about that, I know you got a lot to say. I know that you've been letting people know about the crypto space. How long have you been into crypto for, and what got you into crypto?
So the way I got into crypto is the same, pretty much around the same time that I got into stocks. You know what I'm saying? The stock
Sure.
market. Now, a lot of people aren't familiar with cryptocurrency. Shit, half of America doesn't even own stock for that matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's still kind of new to a lot of people. But back in 2020, 2021, when everybody was locked down, everybody was receiving those little stimulus checks, you know what I'm saying? Extra
Mhm.
money, right? And heavily promoted on CNBC was the GameStop and the AMC squeeze. I don't know if you are familiar with that. The GameStop and the AMC squeezes,
Mhm.
man, they went parabolic. A lot of people made money, but a lot of people lost their ass. If you didn't know when to, sell, and you rode it all the way up to $72 for AMC, and then you watched it go all the way down like I did, and you
Mhm.
fucked up, then you took losses and shit. I still made a little bit of a profit. Don't get me wrong. I started buying it at like $10 a share, so I go up to 72, and then it went all the way down to now. Current day, it's trading about $3 or something like that, 350.
Ooh.
But anyways, that's how I got in. It was a squeezes, right? But then you start like wanting to learn more about the actual market, what moves the market, how to trade stocks. And then you find this new thing called cryptocurrency, which is nothing like stocks, because stocks is the ownership of a company, right? A share as ownership of it's like a piece of the pie of the company. There's no, a lot of these coins, crypto coins have no value, right? They just have they're digital assets. And that's why your Warren Buffetts and people like that think it's a Ponzi scheme. It's just,
Mhm.
whoever's willing to pay top dollar for it, that's the new price. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got no earnings to report. They make no profit. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? None of the technicals that a regular company has applies to cryptocurrency. But people are buying it like crazy. The crypto market now, I think, is about what? I'd like to say about two and a half, $3 trillion, like entirely 4 trillion even.
Yeah. Oh,
If I'm not mistaken.
and the U.S. just bought in. We have an official crypto reserve now, and it's. I mean,
Right.
it's a thing.
Yep.
It's not going anywhere now. And I think the one thing that people were worried about is, okay, until governments recognize it, it can go
Hmm.
away at any time. But once
Right.
government recognize it, then it's, they don't call it the Securities and Exchange Commission for nothing, right? It's
Right.
securing that bag, basically, right? So once crypto becomes a part of that, then nations are involved. And once you start doing that, now you're messing with, like, we can send our boys after you, right? So that
Hmm.
secures it in and to me, that's a security like indicator, right?
Right. Right. So back to like where I started, that's where I started.
Sorry.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
GameStop era. Yeah, man.
yeah, the GameStop era. And the reason that people wanted the security was because crypto has huge swings, right? One day Bitcoin can be $124,000. And right
Mhm.
now it's trading for around what, 112, 113,000? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
was
a
gonna say
huge drop.
112 last I looked today. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
So
That's a huge drop to the average person. But when
right.
you know about crypto cycles and stuff like that, and mind you, I'm not like a super expert on crypto. I'm a casual investor. You know what I'm saying? But I learn every single day, just like one should. We should always try to seek to improve. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build
Absolutely.
every single day. So from what I've seen, there's these are cycles. You know what I'm saying? Right now we're in a bull run and a bull cycle for crypto. But when that crypto winter hits, boy, shit's gonna go down, 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 and it's gonna stay down for a while, for about 2, 3 years on end, 4 years sometimes. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Really.
But right, yeah. So just not too long ago, Bitcoin was about 5 years ago. It was like $10,000 a Bitcoin.
Yeah, no,
Can
I
you
know
tell me
it
that?
it was down, but it went up. I remember, bro, I
Hmm.
remember being like right outside of the Hawaii Theater, and I don't even remember who I was talking to. And this was way back, right? This is a while back. And I
Hmm.
remember a dude telling me, man, I just got Bitcoin for $600. And
Shit.
he was like, dude, I got Bitcoin for, he's like, I can sell you four for 2,000 if you want to buy four. And I was like, are you
Wow.
crazy? And I'm like, what is this? He's like, it's internet money. I was like, I don't
It's
need
internet
internet
money.
money, dude. Why would I spend $2,000 on internet? Are you kidding? And I
Right.
was like,
Right.
so I give you $500 for one of these things, and then what? You know what I
And
mean?
then
And then I
what?
have a
Right.
thing that's worth 500 because the computer says so, which is what people still think. Wrong. But and I'm so mad because if I would have just bought 4 Bitcoin, you know what I mean? It's $600.
Yeah. And if you held it all these years,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
shit,
and the
you'd
thing
be
about it
rich.
is, anybody who bought Bitcoin at $600 when it went to 1,000 was like, "Oh crap, let's buy more." You know what I mean? I got to get
Right.
my hands on 10 Bitcoin or 20 Bitcoin, and then when it
Or
went to
imagine being
100,
that
yeah,
person that sold it at 1,000, only to
yeah.
see that shit go up to $124 fucking thousand, and you probably want to do something to
Yeah.
yourself.
I
You
love
know what I'm saying?
I love the stories of the people that like have 100 Bitcoin and they lost the hard drive and their, you know what I mean, their wallet code, and so like there's like hundreds of Bitcoin just locked away that no one can ever get to because of that.
And for that reason, not that I'm like I lose passwords or anything like that. I'm really careful with things like that. But at the same time, you just never know, right?
Yeah.
For that reason, I don't even deal with crypto wallets and stuff like that. I'll just trade on Coinbase. I'll trade on Webull, or I'll even trade it on Robinhood. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood is like the easiest, the most beginner trading app you could ever,
Okay.
get. It's totally free.
Mhm.
For all of you that don't even have a investment platform, you can get it in your Apple store, your Google Play store. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood is a free download. You can start investing for like as little as $5. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Webull,
Yeah.
Webull. Webull offers a lot of technicals. If you're a trader, it's got a lot of good technical information on there. So I don't even deal with the wallet situation. I'll be honest, mostly so I'm 70% stocks, 30% crypto. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying? Um, I just recently sold a bunch of my XRP. Still have some XRP, a good amount, and I believe that that thing is going to go to. I mean, they were supposed to have gone to $5 earlier this year. There's been issues with SEC and all this other. There's a lot of stuff goes on with these. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to the securities and
Yeah,
exchange.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of red tape. Um, Anyways, I feel like that's going to go to $5 any day now. May
What's it
not
at
be
right now?
tomorrow. May not be tomorrow. Maybe next year. But I do know that once the interest rates get cut, oh man, the rate cuts, and everybody in the market is hoping for a rate cut next month, based on what the Fed chairman said last week. Was rather dovish towards a rate cut. You know what I'm saying? While he didn't completely like come out and explicitly say it, everybody's thinking at least 0.25, or even a half a point. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to send crypto to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Along
Nice.
with stocks as well. So you never know. You're going to get you might even get a new Bitcoin all time high. Well, I know you're going to get a new Bitcoin all time high once the interest rate gets cut. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
Uh, Ethereum's killing it right now. Ethereum literally not too long ago, I think in April, it was like $1,500. And now it's been between like 4,200 to its high of 49 something. Almost just a hair away from 5,000 Ethereum coin. You know what I'm saying? Ethereum's the next big one. Obviously, right behind Bitcoin. People say it can become as big as Bitcoin. It has a lot more utility to it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A lot of things
Well,
are
that's
run
the one
different
the
platforms.
U.S. government likes. For some reason, they really like Ethereum. So
Right, it's got a lot more utility than the Bitcoin, but you know that's another solid one. Mind you, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of shit coins out there. You know, all these little like stupid ass names like Fart Coin and
oh
Dog
yeah, yeah,
Coin, and
yeah.
you know Doge. I have a little bit of
I
Doge.
have
I
a
got
little
stuck in the
Doge.
Doge play.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got stuck
So
in the Doge play, man. I got like 1,000 Doge somewhere just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Not doing anything. Whatever. It's in the red. Who
well,
cares?
I thought it was going to go
You
to
know.
the moon. When Elon got that job with the White House and they called it Doge, and I was like, oh, we're it. Like, you know what I mean? Doge is going to the moon, man. I got like
Yeah. Yeah.
200 Doge. Like, I don't know if I could get to it, but I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and I love Elon. Like, I don't love Elon, but I love what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah, man. What he's
Not
doing is
everything he's doing, but a lot of what he's doing. Like Tesla, incredible.
stop having babies, dog. Focus,
Stop
man.
having babies. Hey, when you're the richest man in the world, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh,
50 Cent had a song, "Have a Baby by Me." He said, "I'll write you a check for $1 million before the baby's even born. I don't give a shit. I'm rich, bitch."
yeah,
You
50
know what
got
I'm
like
saying?
8, I think, right? 50 got like 8 kids.
Got
So
him.
yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
But
I gotta ask you before we get too far off track. Uh so first I gotta ask you, what was your favorite show so far to promote in Hawaii? Or what would you say was like your most memorable? I want to get that story real fast.
my favorite, most memorable. I gotta say, um, the Little Wayne after party.
Nice.
So Little Wayne did a concert. This was back in 2012, I'd like to say. All these flyers are on my Facebook page. It's in an album called Concerts and Events I've promoted at, and you can see like maybe like 50 or 60 flyers of a lot of the shit that I've done. I keep most of them. Some of them I lost track of. But anyways, Lil Wayne after party. It was at Zanzibar nightclub. Lil Wayne just did a show at the Blaisdell Center, and we booked him. It was actually my people from Hot Lava Entertainment, and we collaborated with several other promoters, some people from the radio station. Uh, yeah, it was almost 3,000 people at Zanzibar nightclub, bro. You remember
Wow.
Zanzibar, right?
Oh, of
Zanzibar,
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think,
I
I
couldn't
think
afford to go.
the
I was a Hawaiian Brian's guy, but yeah, no, I feel you.
I'm trying to think what their capacity was. The limit, it was like 2,200.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think it was like 2,300. We had almost 3,000 people in that bitch. You get what
Woo.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
And of course, breaking fire code and all that shit, right? But it was Lil Wayne.
yeah,
The problem was, yep, there you go. That's the one.
yeah.
Boom. See my logo right in the middle on the bottom, right there. Yep. Hot Live Entertainment along with Rise. Shout out to Taka, 104.3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a
Beautiful.
lot of people were part of this. So it happened on September 24th. Yep, absolutely. Man, that
Hot
was an
Lava was the
incredible.
jam, by the way. Like as a promoter myself back in the day, I remember like Hot Lava was just the next level. You know what I mean? When you saw Hot, you're like, oh man, those dudes, they do it right. So yeah, respect to the name.
Hot Lava Entertainment. Shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
my big bros, Tony Brown and Darnell Jones. A lot of people know that I like to think of them as like father figures. They took me under their wing. We partnered up. We did a lot of amazing things together. I was honored and blessed to be part of that team. We had
Heck,
a great run together, but separately, them, Hot Lava, oh my God, they have such an incredible resume in Hawaii. They were the kings of Pro Bowl events. You know what I'm saying? Every single year, every time the NFL was down, they had the hottest celebrities and artists, just like this right here, Little Wayne. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Um, Basically, so what happened was this guy, Little Wayne, doesn't show up till 2:15 in the morning, and he was supposed to have, yes, 2:15 in the fucking morning, bro.
And just lit.
He
I bet
was
he's just lit.
no, that's the thing. So this was shortly after he got out of jail for the drug thing.
Oh, so he
Okay,
couldn't be
so
lit. Oh, okay.
he couldn't do none of that shit, and that's why he was acting very awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, now Wayne, if I ever run into you again, like my guy, he's exactly my height. Okay, but his shoulders is hella broad, like
Yeah.
just football player type shoulder. Like just I do. I was like, damn, this is Little Wayne right here, and he's not turned up. And so what he was doing was he was in the VIP section of the Zanzibar, and if you remember, the VIP section is all glassed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Up.
So you can see through it both ways. You can,
Mhm.
people in can see out, and vice versa. So he was actually just sitting on the just sitting in the VIP while everybody was just hugged up on the glass. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, it's Little Wayne. And he's just like,
I don't like y'all. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I and then so what happened was, right? He was supposed to host the damn thing around midnight. But the guy didn't show up to 2:15 in the morning. So I went down behind the little annals of the club. I didn't even know they had like this little stairs down,
Corridors and stuff.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to the parking lot so that, special VIP guests can, they don't enter through the front, they enter through I never
Yeah.
seen that before. I was like, whoa, okay. So when I got there, I was met with, I'd like to say about 12 or 14 of some of the biggest security guards you've ever seen. And I'm from Hawaii, right? So we've seen big old
Big
security
guys.
guards,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Big homie, big solas, you know what I'm saying? Like, but these were some whew, and they had cargo pants and they were strapped, bro, every single one of them. And in the middle of these guys, so it's like a little hallway, and in the middle of these guys is Little Wayne. It's like they were protecting the president almost.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, bro. I'm like lit, right? I done went down the street and had like some 2 or 3 Caribaloos. And I don't know if you are familiar with Caribaloos, but that's the Tech 9 drink,
Yeah. Yeah.
151 Malibu and pineapple. You know what I'm saying? I was lit. So I'm like, dang, bro. Now we got to go up. People are pissed because they thought that he wasn't going to show up.
Right.
If you left, you crazy.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate a lot of people left, or not anticipate, but I don't think that a lot of people left because the club was packed as shit. You know what I'm saying? And there was still a
Right.
line all night long to get in. So, anyways, he finally shows up. I'm leading him up, and then they're just sitting up there. He's not on the mic. He didn't feel like getting on the mic. Like I said, he wasn't lit. He couldn't get lit. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't take nothing. No drink, no drug, nothing. No smoking, nothing. Um, and then
Yeah.
eventually what happened was there were so many people trying to knock that door down. The security was right in front of me. I'm behind the security, and behind me is a bunch of his security guards. And finally we get brave enough to kind of open the door, just crack the door. And as soon as somebody cracked the door, people like ran over me and went into the VIP area. You feel me? Like yo, the security just built a wall so that they couldn't get to Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I shit you not, man. People got trampled in that place. You know what I'm saying? Trying to rush to the VIP and stuff like that. It was absolutely crazy. And then I had to make my exit for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it was just too nuts. And he wasn't gonna host the thing, but he was there,
Right.
and he, people got what they got. You know what I'm saying? And it was an amazing time. And at the end of the night, man, yeah, it was just a wild night. Made a good amount of money. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you. Um, Yeah. So that's got to be one of my most favorite events, memories. It was the one that stands out. Another one is DMX. I opened up for DMX. We didn't promote that one, but I opened up for him. My peoples were part of
Nice.
that. Yeah. Incredible. He's no longer with us. I have a lot, man. But yeah, I got to say those two stood out for me. Oh, and the time that I opened up for Nas with Creed Chameleon, I did a song with him. Shout out to Creed Chameleon, my brother. Um, we was in a group called the Hammer Brothers for a little while together. He was the fifth member, and he took me along for that Nas concert. And backstage was Kanye West, Amber Rose,
Wow.
RZA, Static Selector. RZA was there. Oh man, that was so dope. Like I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Met a lot of cool people that night. Even went up to Kanye. And he said he heard of me. And I said, how the fuck did you hear of me? I mean, I have my name on my hat. It said T-Qron, but then I remember that he used to work, or he comes to Hawaii frequently. He used to record out here,
Yeah.
out there in Hawaii Kai and stuff like that. And, people talk. So, yeah.
Right.
So
No,
those
that's
are some of
so
my
cool
fondest
though.
memories.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah, bro. And I want to run through a couple of these here. So we got that. Bam, there's Twister. I can make you a celebrity overnight.
First time ever, we were able to execute a Twisted concert here in Hawaii. He's never been out here. That was a hell of an event too.
At Pipeline, man. I did a lot of work at Pipeline myself, So yeah.
Shout out to Jed Roa from Pipeline, baby. Yeah.
Shout out to Jed. Jed is awesome.
Jed is incredible.
Look at that, man. Look at all those, man. This and that. I remember this and that. Journeys, Razor Concepts. Man, it's crazy. And then Too Short. You know what I mean?
Too Short concert event,
just let him roll.
And Chino XL, rest in peace. I miss you, big bro.
Yeah, man. That was what you were. Yeah, we were talking about that.
I still got a Chino XL verse in the stash, by the way, which might just come out soon. You never know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have an unreleased Chino XL verse.
Yeah. We were supposed to do another song. I just never put it out.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Creed Chameleon was there. The Hanner Brothers. Wow. Mm-hmm. I wonder how many of these guys are still together. You know what I'm saying?
Not too many. Not too many are even still rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. There's
3-6 Mafia.
Yep. Yeah.
And you see my logo on all of that. The little T-Qron logo right there. You know what I'm saying? On everything. I was just blessed to be a part of so many amazing events. And they just don't happen like that out here in Hawaii. Mind you, I've been gone for about 11 years, right? But I know that the Major Rager, they doing big things. Band Project still does concerts. They do a variety of all kinds of concerts. But we had a niche audience for what we were doing. And, a lot of casual fans too were just popping through. You know what I'm saying? And during these times, great run.
Well, yeah, man. And that's the thing people don't understand. Because this, when you talk to people who've not lived it, they just think Hawaii is like just the greatest ever and blah, blah, and they don't understand there's people that live here that want to have fun. And
Absolutely.
You can pull a specific tourist market that would love to see an epic concert on vacation. Like, what a cool thing to do at night. You know what I mean? Like, oh.
Absolutely, bro.
What I mean? So, excuse me. Sorry, dog. Travis Porter. What?
They were hot for a minute, No,
Travis Porter, I still love me some Travis Porter. You know what I mean? That was cool shit. You know what I mean? That is cool. Well, Romeo Valentine.
DJ Smalls, Hey, shout out to Romeo Valentine. He's been a part of a lot of the stuff that we've done, either in a hosting capacity or even helping promote it. You know what I'm saying? Amazing dude. DJ Drama. We did a lot of Hot Lava. They did about 4 or 5 drama concerts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not concerts, but events featuring DJ Drama. Evidence of Dilated Peoples.
Man. Yeah. This
was at Next Door.
That takes me, man. This is, you know what I mean? So
Epic Saturdays, that was a weekly
well known. Yes. Man, if you lived in Hawaii, if you were a Hawaii local, Epic Saturdays was a thing. You know what I mean? Especially a Pipeline. Because Pipeline was good to comedians, if you remember. You know what I mean? I got to open for Whitney Cummings. My boy James did a ton of shows. Because, they would bring in a mainland comedian, like an LA hitter, like a Comedy Central comedian once a month or twice a month. And they let us, work with them. And that was a big deal back then. You know what I mean?
There was so much happening at Pipeline Cafe. And I missed that place, man. I just when I came back for a little bit to visit, I'd be back and forth between here and Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So when I came back to visit one time, I went down by where Pipeline was. It doesn't even exist no more. I'm so sad, bro.
Oh,
Like
I
I
didn't
just look at a lot
realize.
of the places that we used to do events. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
hold, is that Slick Vic? Look at Slick Vic. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Slick Vic.
Vic is my brother. Love
Shout
me.
out to
I
Vic.
love Vic, man.
He's the
I've
best.
known a lot of people in the radio biz, yep, and you know that's how me and you connected. You know what I'm saying? I was a big
Yeah,
networking monster, right? So
right,
anytime I got you know got into like once I got onto Facebook, I made it a point to add all the media people. You know what I'm saying? Because not
right.
only did I do business with them by buying radio ads and stuff, they were at the events. Some of them hosted the shows. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, we all you know rappers, promoters, radio guys. You know what I'm saying? Um, we need advertisement
Yeah,
for all
so
our yeah.
I would be able to get into Hot Lava events and y'all's
Hmm.
events going with Mike G and Slick Vic. So me, Mike G, and Slick Vic were like that little crew. You know, we were our little radio crew, and I was
I
the
remember y'all.
comedian.
Yep.
Yeah, man,
I
and
remember y'all.
yeah, dude, it was awesome, man. I just wish I had a
Hmm.
little more self control back
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
right?
Ah, shit.
What are
I
you gonna
bet you
do,
were a
man?
wild one.
You know, man.
I bet you had some wild nights, man.
We had some fun out there. Yeah, man. I've thrown up
Yeah.
more than I care to admit on Honolulu streets. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
On Waikiki streets, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. You know, we had fun and we still have fun. We have
Yep.
more fun now, actually. Justin Bieber, right there. Wow. You know what I mean? And boom, T-Qron in the mix. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
man.
huge, man.
That was an after party at Pipeline. After his
Yeah,
concert.
yeah, man. And yeah, Romeo and Slick, you know what I'm saying? And Nook, if you book, you know
No,
what I'm
Kick Me
saying?
Buck. Yep. Crime Mob. Yep.
Yeah, son.
Keek
Man,
the
that's
Sneak. We did
awesome,
him.
dude. The
The
Dog
Dog Pound.
Pound. Wow.
Yep. Shout out to Daz and Corrupt.
Diggity
Daz
damn
did a
and
drop.
corrupt.
Daz did a drop for my last mixtape, the one that was hosted by Crooked Eye. Y'all could, I'm gonna put it back out there and make it more readily available. A lot of things had changed with the distribution and all that, and the label that I was dealing with in Las Vegas. But stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? It'll be pushed out. Chronicles mixtape volume 2, and eventually that album. Oh
Absolutely.
shit, Girls Gone Wild. Yeah, you pulled up that
Yeah.
one. Two Live Crew. In fact, I was
You know
just
what I
talking to
mean?
Debo, manager and DJ of the Two Live Crew. That's my
Yeah.
boy. Happy birthday to him, by the way. It was his birthday today.
Shout
Um,
out Debo. Happy birthday.
from Two Live Crew, baby. Yep. Yeah, we had that event. It was a Girls Got Wild event, as a matter
Yeah.
of fact. And Two Live Crew was the, you know what I'm saying? So we actually hooked up with Joe Francis, and yeah, man, he had we got it officially licensed and everything. It was a wild night. It was a wild night.
Talk about the good old days. So yeah. Brother Ali. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. That's badass, dude. I
He's
missed
dope.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was gone by then or doing, touring, but yeah, man.
Possibly.
Wow. So Most Def, come on, legendary. I was at that show. Yeah, dude, I went to that show, man. I wish I would have known you back then. I'd have got tickets. I paid for tickets for this show, man. Yeah, bro.
I
So
feel you. Yeah.
Most Def, bro. Yeah. How was that one? Was that one pretty cool?
Oh yeah, man, he's an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? The shows do really well. That was more like I was helping promote that one. I didn't really have like a horse in the race as far as like an investment or goes or anything like that. But yeah, shout out to Most Def and I can't even remember the promo. I think that was like a
Bamp.
damn. Okay, yeah, yeah, that was just you know
Are
what I'm
they still
saying.
around?
Spreading the word. Um, and yeah, band project. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Still killing it. I love it. I love
You
to
know,
hear.
bro, I think I actually we actually I might have performed at that event at the Most Def concert. I can't even remember with the Hammer Brothers and shit. Mind you, this is what heavy drinking
Yeah.
gets you, right? A
Right.
lot of these events that you're showing me the flyers of, they're blurry in my head. And
Right. You're
why?
like, oh yeah, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah,
Maybe sort of,
let me tell you something, people. Get off that liquor as fast as you can. That's the devil juice, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that you guys are seeing, I lived it, right? But I can't even remember half of the shit. I done forgot more than I remember, but that's all thanks to liquor. But you know what? It is what it is. I know what we did. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. That's the
God is good.
Chef Raekwon.
Oh man, that's a story. One day I might put it out there on the podcast
Okay, so I
somewhere.
got to ask one question about that one. And you know what, man? We're going to wrap. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop because we're 10 minutes over and you've been kind enough to not be like, all right, I got to go. So thank you. I've already taken it. We'll do more. We got to do more, man, because we
Hell
just did
yeah.
it good. My quick question on that one is I heard he was a jerk in person. I heard he was not like all that nice of a dude. And so I wanted to ask you because I've never met him. So,
I have nothing but the utmost respect for the Wu-Tang Clan. Shout
yeah.
out to Raekwon. Shout out to Ghostface, who I actually met not too long ago in Las Vegas. Well, actually, about 7 years ago in Las Vegas, during the Art of Rap show,
Nice.
hosted by Ice-T. Ran into Method Man at one of the casinos when he was performing with Redman. I love the Wu-Tang Clan, right? Um, I don't want to get into too many details like right now, but let's just say he wasn't as uh I guess friendly, as if you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, as people would anticipate.
Would hope.
For whatever reason, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say anything negative, but it was a challenge. That whole situation was a big challenge. That's why I said maybe one day I'll get into it. But I'm still blessed that he still came out.
Yeah.
The original show got canceled, so basically we booked it at Pipeline. This is when he dropped the Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2.
I remember. Yeah.
And I paid Jed the deposit, put it on radio. Tickets were out there, promoting it. We might have sold like 300 pre-sale, but that was the most. Long story short, he had a whole entourage of people to fly out, right? And then so he ended up getting an offer to do a show up in Canada for double the price that he was doing it for me.
Wow.
The way we got that plug, my boy Tim Berry, shout out to Doey Rock. Doey Rock was one of Raekwon's artists on his record label, right? And that's how that plug happened. Okay. So I'm a big networking guy. Yeah, just have, connections from all over, right? So I was blessed. We were blessed. The week of, I got a call from Kay, his brother, Kareem Woods, and he tells me that they got double the money up in Canada. It's a way shorter flight than going to Hawaii with
Oof.
8 people. You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to match that offer. So go ahead. Go ahead. I had to cancel it.
Oof.
Um, yeah, I had to cancel it. It wasn't fun. You don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But
No, you do not ever want to be that guy. Yeah. That's hey man, fun side note, I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, I work with I do well, I was okay, so there's this pretty big award show that goes on that I basically produce, book,
Mhm,
write for. You know what I mean? The host is a
mhm,
pretty popular podcaster.
mhm.
And I felt it going off the rails this year. And, it was one of those like I produced it for 2 years and it became the thing and it was hot. And you understand how it is when you're kind of the producer and not one of the inner click guys and you were brought in because you know how to do this and you do it great and they love what you do, but they decide
Mhm,
they know better how to do it and they're going to start doing their thing. And I was
mhm.
like, yeah, man, I'm not going to try to like squeeze a lesser position in. Either I'm the head producer of this thing or I'm not doing it. And that's fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I've done such a great job. So I saw the writing on the wall, and like, they had, 4 headline guests, 3 didn't show. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They didn't sell the thing out. It always sold out weeks ahead of time. And I was and it was like, yeah, man, like people were legit mad. It's like you got to lock. Hey, you don't. These guys didn't know about contracts or how to lock a headliner in, or the fact it was going to cost them money if they didn't show, or ba 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 ba. It did none
The
of that.
deposit, you lose your
Yeah,
deposit, all that shit, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
and then they got their attorneys for the headliner, the build acts that didn't show, have attorneys
Hmm.
call in my guy, and
Right, right.
then of course they call you. They're like, "What do we do?" You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
And
Right.
anyway, I'm just talking shop now, man. It's like I'm so sorry, man, but yeah,
No, 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 you're fine. So he ultimately did come, though. Obviously,
well, after the thing
if
was
anybody
over
remembers,
and they
a
were
few
having
weeks
attorneys
later,
contact him
exactly,
and
yeah.
stuff, and yeah,
So a few weeks later, Raekwon did come. He was
yeah,
supposed to do a smaller show at Waikiki at this in this little club in a hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel at this time, or
I,
even the club. It doesn't
yeah.
exist anymore. Um, But then he was at the Fisherman's Wharf after that. So if anybody was out there during those days when they used to have the Fisherman's Wharf popping off, you saw him out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's where,
Um,
okay. Because I remember he
yeah.
was supposed to come, and I remember
hmm
people got mad.
hmm
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that being a thing
hmm
back then. I do now that you jog my memory, actually. So yeah,
Yep. And
because
then
I'm a big
so
fan of it, yeah.
he did a music video with people that I hooked him up with. They hooked him up with a yacht, strip club to shoot it at. It was called Walk With Me.
Mhm.
That was on Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2. The video is on YouTube. You guys can check it out. It was all filmed in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What was it?
Just
Sugars? No, what was the name of the club out there that he filmed
oh
at?
shit. This was this was just it was close to I can't remember the street right now because I've been gone from Hawaii for so long, man. Everything is kind of
Is it gone? I know there's one because I talked to my boy. He's like, yeah,
just
there's that
before
one strip club.
university where they used to have the Star Market and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right in that little vicinity right
High
there, right?
quality part of town, as they say.
High quality part of town, right? But you know, long story short, man, I then later I linked up with him again and in Vegas the same night I met Ghostface because Ghostface and Ray were there. I was backstage while they were performing and I was right behind the DJ booth while they were doing their thing. Amazing icons. You know what I'm saying? I love
Yeah.
them. I saw him again and he's like, "What up, God? What up, God? Peace." I was like, "Yeah, peace, Raekwon. Can we get a picture finally?" So we find because you know Tash, I was with Tash that night. Shout out to my boy Tash from the Alcoholics. My big bro just had his birthday, baby. The licks. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Uh, and shout out to Paulie Mack. He's the one that got me the VIP access. That's Ice-T's people right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paulie Mack, Vegas. Oh man, he's got that on lock. He's got. Anyways, was backstage and I finally got a picture with Ray, and I was like, "Dang, okay, now I can put this up there in the history books." Because the first time around, it wasn't on the picture mode. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Like
he
we
was in a
wasn't on
bad
that.
mood.
Or like,
Wow.
yeah, it just things were just a little weird. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get more in depth into it maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Save that story, man. We'll get into it. 100.
I got history. I got
You do.
history.
Oh my God, man. And that's the thing. I knew we weren't even going to be able to scratch the surface. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? I'll ask you a question.
mhm.
Did you have a good time?
Did I have a good time on this? Fuck
Yes.
yeah, bro. We've been on for what, 100, what, an hour,
Hour
15
20
minutes?
going on hour 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It didn't even feel like that. It felt like a 15, 20-minute conversation, you know what I'm saying?
I knew you
And
would.
mind you, I'm sorry if sometimes I go off subject and I just have so much going on up
But
here.
that's the whole
So
point of the
reel me back
podcast is
in.
that we talk. This is
Right.
man, the
Reel
whole
me
point
back in
is,
if you need.
did you have a good conversation? Because that's the goal of
Yeah,
this show is that we sit down and we have a good conversation, man. It's like,
right.
hey, my listeners, and hopefully you know me, and it's like, hey guys, I got a buddy coming. Let's hang out. He's really cool. Let's check him out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
um, yeah, man. Everybody, stay tuned because I'm excited to get the T-Qron podcast going. Whatever you call it, whatever it's gonna be. I'm excited to help you in any way I can, man. I'm gonna be there. So that's exciting. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, man,
Thank you.
it's gonna
Thank
be
you so
badass.
much.
We already know. I mean, look how natural it is for you right now. Like now you see, you're like, oh, I'm like one or two other things and I'm there. It's like, yes, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
heck yeah. All right, y'all.
Everything
Thank
in
you so
God's
much.
timing.
For sure. This has been the PT Pod presents T-Qron. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I'll be rebroadcasting the Caltrop, me and Mike Calderese live on Rumble. Other than that, and then of course Saturday we have the mega stream where if you come to the PT Pod on Rumble exclusive now, we do the all day stream. You get to see all the shows of the PT Pod and then some other shows I produce. I re-air there as well. So guys, check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the PT Pod presents T-Qron.
Yeah,
And for
baby.
you
I'll catch
get
y'all
the
later.
pew,
Peace.
pew, pew. All 10 seconds of them. And we are out.
Oh boy!